Hello guys, Wahoo here, back with another video, this time around discussing a few topics, because there has been some stirring around Defiance, but also Trove, and that's probably why you clicked this video, because you saw the title about Trove shutting down in China. I'll get to that, but I do want to talk about Defiance first, because there is a lot to this story, or quite a lot to this story that you have to understand to get the broader picture of why this might not be as big as of a deal as it is, because there is some people out there that are talking about this being very, very bad for Trove, and that's probably why this, talk about this. So Defiance 2050 is shutting down. It is official, as you can see, the 29th of April 2021. It is shutting down, and there's a lot of this. I don't want to go over all this because I haven't really played Defiance, so I don't really know much about this. But I will link it in the description. You guys can go check it out. But the point is that it will be shutting down, and a few people have been talking about it being bad for Trove, but you should not compare Defiance shutting down to anything in Trove. Yeah, they are under the same company, but there's a lot of games that Gamigo has. Not only the games they got from THXANDSEEYOUINTROVE, but also other games they have as well. And sometimes these games just don't work out. And yes, this was a former THXANDSEEYOUINTROVE game, and so is Trove, but it's all a mix now. You shouldn't say, oh, this is a THXANDSEEYOUINTROVE game and this is a THXANDSEEYOUINTROVE. These are all Gamigo's games now, and I don't think they see them as, oh yeah, we're gonna have to save this game because it was an old game. Like, it's all under the same banner, and if a game is not performing, it has to shut down. And that goes for any game out there. There's not only games for Gamigo, it's for any game out there. So your favorite game is never safe. And I'm not trying to say, oh, any game is going to shut down. Of course, big games like League of Legends, World of Warcraft, and stuff like that has a bigger player base, but they're never safe. Blizzard or Riot Games could at some point go bankrupt. We've heard about companies going bankrupt, like THXANDSEEYOUINTROVE. I didn't thought that they were going to go bankrupt. And I know they took some bad decisions and stuff like that, but sometimes it just happens even to the big companies, and suddenly these games are, out of business. And the same thing was for this Defiance. It just didn't produce enough, and that's just how it goes with games that, and that could fear for Trove, that people are afraid that it's not going to that it's going to close down. And I'm not saying it will. I'm not saying it won't. I don't know the numbers, but I'm just saying you shouldn't take Defiance shutting down as this is bad for Trove. No. It would be bad if it was a few games of Gamigo that shut down, like not even like Trove, but let's say other games that shut down at the same time, because that shows, that the whole company is something wrong with it. And I don't think there's any wrong things with Gamigo at all. I don't know their company in that sense, but we shouldn't take Defiance shutting down as a bad sign for Trove. I do want to show you guys further down here. Under Trove, of course, there's a connection from Trove to Defiance with a little mount. Not a mount, an ally. An ally. And if you go down here to the code here and you put this in, you can now put this in Trove or put it in your voucher. I'll also link that in the description. You can just copy this and you'll get this Hellbuck ally, which you usually had to get through the game, the Defiance. But since you can't get the Defiance anymore, you can now get it on here. But yeah, I'll link all that in the description for that. So on to more news about on to the next news, I guess, about Trove shutting down in China. So we shouldn't take this as a bad sign, because you do have to have some information to go with this. So yes, in China, Trove is actually called Treasure World. It's not called Trove, as you can see right up here. It does have a little tag called Trove underneath, but it's called Treasure World instead. And why it's not bad is because this, and it actually also already happened. It happened on the 15th of January 2021. So why this is not bad is because Treasure World, or Trove in China, is not run by Gamigo. They are just basically, in China, the people that run the game there is basically borrowing the game from Gamigo, and then putting on servers that they can play on. So what happened, with this game and why it shut down is because they couldn't get to an arrangement or a contract. They couldn't get it to work together. So maybe these people that was running, Treasure World on their servers in China, maybe demanded more money from these to run the game in China. And it just happened to be that maybe Gamigo wasn't like satisfied with that deal, and they could not come to an agreement here. It is all in Chinese, but I did translate what it is here right now. They don't say anything, of course, about the what happened here. They don't talk about. They just talk about all this shutting down, and also that you can like get some stuff back if you were playing all that stuff and whatnot. But the inside knowledge that I know is that how the contract was just not reached. So maybe if they can come to a contract, they may revive the game, who knows. But we should not take this as a bad sign for Trove either, because it's not Gamigo that are shutting down. Well, technically, I guess it's kind of Gamigo shutting it down in China, but it's more like we couldn't get to agreement, about if our game should be running on your servers, or what percentage, maybe what deals. But they couldn't get to an arrangement in the contract. So yes, Trove is shutting down in China, but not because that Gamigo wanted it per se, because it's not doing well. It was just a contract breach or contract conflict between two parties, because that is very commonly done in China, that it's run on other servers. That's also why it's called Treasure World, probably not totally known about that. But that was the information I had for you guys. I hope you guys saw it and kind of make your own opinion before you just take somebody else's up. This was at least the information that I have. I don't have any opinions about if Trove for some reason shuts down at some point in the future. It's gonna be sad. I'm gonna be very sad. Yeah, probably you guys are gonna get very sad, but that's just the life of any online game or game in general. They do shut down eventually, and it's also gonna probably happen to Trove. Hopefully never, but we will never know. And so far, we just be happy with the memories and also the fun we had together. So Trove is well and living, or great living, as far as I know. But you guys got the information that you needed. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below if you got something to add. I would love to hear you guys' opinion about all of this. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.